There is no tomorrow. There is no being able to come back. 2, it was done against probably, without a doubt, the best closer that Major League Baseball has ever had.
It's funny. He is by far the number 1 that has ever been in Major League Baseball. Who's number 2?
Good question.
There are two people that come to mind for number 2. Trevor Hoffman and Eric Gagne are the only 2 I can think of that even come close.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Papelbon, maybe.
We're also seeing the age of the closer and reliever really coming out right now because you're seeing some closers that are
Aroldis Chapman could be.
Oh, well,
Kenley
yeah.
Jansen.
Oh, he's so good.
There's a lot of good closers, and we may be seeing a rise in that soon. And then
Houston Street didn't get
the other
hurt.
reason I did it was just the underdog aspect of it.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody thought the Diamondbacks would even be in a Game 7, let alone be within striking distance, and getting that kind of momentum swing at the end. That's insane.
No,
That's
you're
insane.
right. There's one that I'm surprised no one mentioned. And it's one of everyone's favorite players, one Timothy Tebow. Playoffs. No, against the Steelers.
Yeah. When he was on the Broncos.
Overtime winning touchdown to beat the Steelers.
I mean, there's a lot of, if you really think about it, walk-off touchdowns in pro football, especially with overtimes, that were pretty incredible.
No one
remember
mentioned Johnny Unitas?
No.
First game ever played?
No. That's a good point, though.
There was another one I was trying to think of. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna forget about it because it's clearly not that important. But I'm wrong. It happened this season in the NFL. Jake Elliott, 63-yard field goal to beat the Giants. Week 3, I think it was. Eagles versus Giants. Like, I don't...
How about, if we're talking this season, how about Diggs's catch?
Man.
That was a great...
Oh, you know what I'm going to throw in here just for you? Just because I know it's going to really grind
Wait, let
your
me
gears.
see if
You're not going to get it.
Let me see if I can guess. Is it the Trace McSorley interception in the Rose Bowl?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope. Jordan Spieth at the Travelers Championship, he had to go into a playoff. He gets his ball shot in the bunker. He holes out from in the bunker to end the fucking playoff. Flips his club, goes running to his caddy, does a huge celebration. He walks off of a chip shot out of a bunker into the hole. Match over.
All right.
Golf.
Yeah, I threw it in there because I knew you were going to be like, oh, golf.
No, that's fine. I thought you were gonna go with the what was his name? Who was the kicker for USC? Was it Sam Ficken? Game-winning field goal in the Rose Bowl last year to beat Penn State off of a Trace McSorley forced interception to Gesicki. You throw the same play 3 plays in a row, and of course, my favorite player of the last I don't even know how long, Adoree Jackson, is the dick that intercepts it. I forgive you, Adoree.
What about Penn State at Kinnick this past year?
Oh yeah, that was great too. The touchdown on the back of the end zone to avoid being upset by Iowa.
That was
a nail.
Man, you know, that to me, this is one of, and I'm glad we did this because this is one of the objects of sports that makes it unbelievable to watch. Because I mean, I've also watched so many hockey games where you're on like playoff hockey when it's tied at the end or in overtime, you are literally, I don't care who's playing, who it is, you sit there and you're on
except those damn potato drinkers from Russia, man.
Well, yeah.
No, that
but
pissed me
I'm just
off.
talking about like NHL hockey. I don't care who it is. If it's in overtime, you're sitting there and every time a shot goes off, you're like, ooh. And like you're waiting for it. You're like, is the light going to go off? No.
Oh, man. No, it was definitely a lot of good options that we had.
Can we say the one where, what is his name? Albany. Shot misses, comes back.
Peter Hooley!
Peter Hooley! To make it to go into the NCAA tournament. That was an amazing walk-off as well.
That was. We have a little bit of extra time, so I want to keep you guys here longer. We're going to talk, now that we've finished our top 5. Now that we've finished our top 5, I'm pretty sure that was picked up.
Hopefully.
Oh well, doesn't matter.
Good. And in a nice whisper. I hope somebody's got their headphones in.
Yeah. Walk-off win to win the national championship. Central Florida. How about that? How about that? No. So Jerry Jones and
Goodell.
Roger Goodell are in a bit of a fight. Roger Goodell's making up these new rules that he just fine people for whatever the hell he wants. And him and Jerry Jones are embattled over $2 million. Now, who the hell does Roger Goodell think he is? Like, where does he, I'm just going to fine you, $2 million just because I want to. Just because you made me look silly. It's because you're silly. You silly bitch.
I think that it should be settled differently.
Yeah, I think you should put them in a room and let them fight.
No. In
I
a
can
room?
support it.
Fox, 8 p.m., celebrity boxing.
WrestleMania.
Would anyone want to see Goodell versus Jerry Jones,
Yes,
really?
me.
Yeah, can we all
No matter what happens, I win.
Can we all agree, though?
WrestleMania 34 kickoff show.
Can we all agree, though, that
Put him in an octagon for all I care.
Roger Goodell is the one in the wrong here?
Never used to have a kickoff
Roger
show.
Goodell's always in the wrong. What does he do right?
I don't know, but there was I saw something.
He feels like the guy that gets picked on at the lunch table when the commissioners all get together.
Yeah, he does. He is worse than Bettman. Bettman was bad. He let lockouts happen.
Can I start an early a-hole in the sports week?
Yeah, who's the bad boy of the week?
I'm going to give you two. One, systematic failure from ownership. Mark Cuban. Don't lie to me and say you did not know that was going on for how long it was going on. You are so hands-on in everything that you do that you have the nerve to tell me you didn't know. F you. Okay? Him. Second, now I'm going to draw the blank on his name. Martin from the Dolphins.
Oh, the one who just got arrested?
Yeah, for his post. You moron. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you were picked on now. I wish Incognito was worse to you. Because you're obviously a piece of trash. You have no respect for anybody who's actually dealing with these issues for the nerve of you to post something stupid like that. Not to mention, how unconsciously aware could you possibly be?
What did he post?
He posted a photo of a shotgun with shotgun shells, tagged 3 different people who were involved in the bullying issue, and had the nerve to write on there, when you are bullied and picked on, or when you're bullied and a coward, your only options are suicide or revenge.
Yep.
Wow.
You fucking moron.
Wow.
I know which one of those 2 options I wish you chose.
Wow.
Screw you.
I'm
glad you got arrested.
Actually,
I hope you get picked on in prison.
Our school from home.
Yeah,
they had a heavy police.
I mean, not my home. But
they had
my home.
Yeah, they had a heavy police presence at the high school and middle school because some dipstick thought it'd be funny to talk about bringing a gun to school.
Well, listen. In this day and age, I don't understand how you could be so stupid. But that doesn't constitute why this Martin's the a-hole this week for me, is because of the fact that you were a grown adult. You played in the state of Florida. You cannot be that inept in any way, shape, or form. You can't be.
He could be.
Then you have CTE.
Okay. That's probably a fair point. He probably does.
I'm just saying. That's the only thing I could justify this with, because obviously you weren't thinking.
Oh, really quickly.
Because you put the whole thing together. You tagged people. There was at least a couple minutes in time when you were working this whole thing out that you were like, maybe I shouldn't send this. And you still went ahead and did that.
Yeah. I want to touch on the CTE thing for a minute. Remember when we did the CTE episode where we had said that they found that there's a possibility that in the future they might be able to diagnose people with CTE who are alive? And I'm calling this guy out, and he's certainly not listening. But there is a radio commercial for Mark Gastineau where he says that he's got all these things. He was diagnosed with CTE. Really? Because I thought that wasn't a thing. I thought you had to be dead at this moment to be diagnosed with CTE. So either the NFL and their research is lying, or you, Mark Gastineau, are lying.
Oh, he's definitely lying.
Yeah. Anyways, that's...
What? They lie in commercials? You don't say.
Yeah. Anyways, back to...
Don't we have another athlete who's hawking, like, divorce insurance?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or divorce, like, lawyers?
No. Barry Sanders is
That's right, Barry
He's in a
Sanders.
commercial for Cordell and Cordell. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Anyways,
Man, you need the money.
I think, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Barry, you can stop doing that. Do you need, like, $5?
The Goodell versus Jerry Jones thing. Roger Goodell is so inept. I saw a...
He's actually getting pushed by other owners, is what I'm hearing, to go after Jones in this whole thing. And now, I don't think there's really a good guy. They're both just... It's basically a dick measuring contest at this point.
But Goodell is the one who's in the wrong here. Jerry Jones was right for sticking up for his guy who... There's evidence showing that he didn't do what he was accused of doing.
These are a bunch of billion-dollar owners trying to piss in each other's Cheerios. That's all they're doing.
It is.
That's all they're doing. And some of the owners are probably using Goodell as the scapegoat because they don't want to be looked at as the person that was upset at Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And Goodell is good at being a scapegoat. If there's one thing he's good at, it's that.
It's making a ton of money, too.
He is like, he's the NCAA version of the NFL.
That's a good point. He is. But
He's there to be the Tony, what's his name? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like that guy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
But-
that's who he is to the NFL.
But it's just so ridiculous that he comes up, I'm just going to find this dude a couple $1 million. Like, what?
I'm not a huge fan of the fact that Goodell just gets to make up his own rules. As he goes.
Absolutely.
That I can agree with you because I think that's asinine.
I came across a post on Twitter that I commented on, and it said that Jerry Jones will be fined millions of dollars under the idea of conduct detrimental to the league. And I commented with, isn't Roger Goodell conduct detrimental to the league? Yes, he is. Anyways, anyone want to say anything about that? I just wanted to get that off my chest.
No, that's fine. I totally understand, especially, like, if I was my team, I'd probably definitely be on one side, but as an outside observer, I'm just like, you both look like idiots at this point.
They do
Just
both
let
look
it
like
go.
idiots, but Goodell...
But it's now
Goodell's a problem.
It's now Goodell
Get on it, Fox.
going, going after Jerry. But from what I've heard, this is other ownership trying to punish Jerry for crossing some unspoken rules.
Well, if there's an
something like that.
unspoken rule, then it's not a rule.
Right.
You just feel bad because this guy is actually standing up for what he believes in. Which, believe me, I know that we have the right to protest, but I am the biggest advocate of waiving your right to protest. I hate protests. I could be protesting the protest could be for give Dan a taco every day for the rest of his life. I'd be like, you probably shouldn't be doing that. I hate protests. I understand you have the right to do them, yada, yada, yada. Use it as you will. I myself will never take part in a protest.
Protesting the protest.
I myself will never take part
watches the
in a
watches?
protest. But Jerry Jones.
Protest.
Jerry Jones is less wrong in this. He's not to blame.
There's nobody really right in this situation. This is just stupid.
That's why I said he's less
This is
wrong.
Stupid. This is like a story.
I'd agree with that assessment.
It's like these two pick this time to have this story because right now there's really not much to talk about in the NFL. There's people re-signing contracts every once in a while, but there's not much going on right this
No,
time.
you're right. You're right.
And that's why that this is even being mentioned. Because if this was during the middle of the year, it would be a very small side note in the season.
Absolutely.
No one would care.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We've reached the end of our show. We just have one thing left to do. You ready? This week in sports history. On February 27th, 1987, the NCAA cancels Southern Methodist University's entire 1987 football schedule for what they consider gross violations of NCAA rules regarding athlete corruption. Fitting.
What was the gross violation? Do we know?
It was gross, man. We don't want to talk
Money.
about it.
Oh.
Yep.
I was really hoping it was the fact that they like had a hot dog party and they weren't allowed to do it.
Yeah. They
Because
had
seriously,
locks on their bagels.
This is the crap that the NCAA is